Hello, everyone. Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, morning.
Yes,
Hi, good
Good
morning.
morning. Yes, good morning.
Okay, I guess we can start our webinar now. So, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for today's webinar on strengthening India's welding industry with Weldex, presented in collaboration with the Association of Welding Products Manufacturers. I am Eileen Balbero. I am a webinars manager at ITE Group, and I will be your host for this webinar. I will also guide you through the session. And on behalf of ITE Group, welcome everyone. To our speakers, thank you for your time and expertise. And to all our attendees, thank you for your enthusiasm and participation. We are especially grateful to the Association of Welding Products Manufacturers for their support and for their partnership in making this event possible. So, your continued work to promote quality, innovation, and standards in the welding space has been instrumental in driving the industry forward. Our session today covers key topics that offer valuable takeaways. So please, let's use this platform to share ideas and ask questions. I encourage everyone to participate. Please feel free to ask questions in the chat or submit them during our Q&A session at the end. Once again, welcome and let's get started. I just would like to check if Mr. Pankaj Jain is here now. Has he joined our session?
No, I,
Okay,
I don't
so
think so, not yet.
yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and wait for him. For the meantime, I would like to proceed with introduction and presenting our ITE group, the driving force behind Weldex and many other industry-leading platforms. I just would like to share my screen. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. So, again, thank you very much for joining us. And first, we would like to address why we are here today. And it is to tell you about the amazing opportunities in Russia and why ITE is the best partner for you to enter the Russian market. The global outlook is working in our favor, and the world is shifting and moving towards more bilateral trade agreements. The Russian market is continuously expanding, and its local manufacturing capacity is developing. However, the economy is generally relying on the imports. And as you may know, Russia doesn't manufacture much. It is an oil and gas exporter. But for consumer inputs, it is mostly importing. There has been a void on imports after 3 years of being cut off by the Western sanctions. And this highlights the significance of the Russian market for international suppliers, especially for Indian businesses. Russia and the CIS region continue to show strong and sustained growth. And when we consider the broader CIS market, it encompasses over 300 million consumers, which represents a significant number of the global economy. The region maintains a consistent demand for imports, and despite current geopolitical challenges, it remains a market of strategic importance for business development and expansion. And today, we are pleased to present you with a compelling opportunity within the Russian market, and Ms. Natalia Medvedeva will elaborate about this in a little while. So I want to show you uh, that the Russian market, we understand that the events industry is highly fragmented, and Russia ranks among the leading exhibition markets globally. In terms of exhibition capacity, Russia is the 10th largest in the world with about 800 shows annually. We understand that choosing the right exhibition can be challenging and sometimes even discouraging. You could book a show and then only to find out that it's smaller than expected, especially for exhibitors who are joining for the first time in the country. And that is why we are here. We would like to tell you that this is our part. We are very strong in Russia and we deliver successful events in the region. Most of our shows take place in Moscow, and we have one show taking place in Krasnodar. And most of our shows we have dedicated it the one that is in Krasnodar, we have dedicated it for agricultural sector. And each year, we organize and host over 30 leading events across key sectors, including exhibitions, summits, conferences. And with the support of our Connect digital platform, the ITE ecosystem offers innovative hybrid solutions for industry communities in Russia, the CIS, and beyond. Let me just give you a short view on our history. We have been in the business for more than 30 years. We have an absolutely outstanding history behind us. So, we were founded in 1991. We are one of the pioneers of the exhibition industry in Russia. And this legacy has earned us a strong reputation, an extensive experience, and a loyal audience that has remained with us throughout the years. And the business was founded in Russia by a British family. We originated in Russia, where we grew and where we developed. And it was also in Russia that we built our frameworks. It's where we refine our processes, and it is where we establish our best practices. And then we expanded and we grew organically across the UK, the USA, and Europe. And right now, we focus only on Russian events. You might be asking, why am I saying this? It is because all other international event organizers, they pulled out of the market and only the smaller event organizers stayed. We are the only international event organizer that stayed and has remained active in Russia. Our global presence. So in total, we have about 400 people in the company, and I am proud to say that we are continuously growing. We have three key offices, namely in Moscow, in Beijing, and in Dubai. There are around 300 employees in Moscow, 50 in Dubai, and 30 in China. Under the Dubai office, we have teams in London, in Delhi, and in Istanbul. And we have a very wide network of agents around the world. Our global network is one of our key competitive advantages, where no other organizer can connect and engage with as many regions and mobilize such a diverse range of markets as we do. I think I, okay. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, thank you so much. All right, so let me proceed with the next slide. Our events are being held in Crocus, the first class with the highest quality venue in Moscow. It is modern, it is huge, and it was built in 2004 and is more than 210,000 square meters. It is considered the 17th largest venue globally and the 8th largest in Europe. We have a long-term commitment and a long-term agreement on our events with Crocus, and this only shows and makes us confident that we will continue to offer the best conditions for our exhibitors and visitors who are taking part in our shows. And lastly, our events spread across multiple sectors. Some of them are listed here on your screen, but today we are focusing specifically on Weldex, our welding materials, equipment, and technologies event, which Ms. Medeva will consider or will cover shortly. And with this, thank you very much for your attention. I hope this information was useful to everyone, and let's keep in touch. Thank you. I'd like to check if Mr. Pankaj has joined us already. Mr. Sanjay?
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
All right. We can proceed with our next speaker then.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Tamboli from AWPM.
Mr. Tamboli?
Yes, yeah, right.
Hello, sir. Yes, hi. Good morning. Welcome to the session today. Uh, how is Mr. Sanjay or Mr. Pankaj Jain? Are they going to join for today's session?
They should be joining it. I'll just check up for a moment.
Okay, perfect. For the meantime, we would like to proceed with our next presenter then, or our first presenter. I'd like to welcome Ms. Natalia Medvedeva. She's the Portfolio Director of Weldex, and she will discuss the opportunities for Indian welding industry in the Russian market. Ms. Medvedeva, can you please share your screen?
Yeah.
So do you see the screen now?
Yes, we can see it now. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Natalia Medvedeva. I'm portfolio director in IT group, and I'm with the company already 21 year, and especially with Weldex exhibition from 2008. So I can to say that I am expert in welding industry as well as you all, but in Russia. And today, together with my colleague Ruben, we will present you the statistics of the Russian welding, and not only welding market, but also the market of uh, suppliers and of users of welding equipment. And special presence for you that Ruben is also originally from India. So you can see how important we see the cooperation between our countries. I will tell you about welding industry and Russian market in the perspective to till 2030. And it's symbolic also that these days our chiefs of our countries, Mr. Putin and Mr. Modi, met and see as SCO summit in Shanghai, and they have a really fruitful meeting. And once again, they noted and mentioned that India and Russia has really special privilege strategic partnership. And as you can see on the slide, uh, a lot of Russian big companies already cooperate with with Indian partners, and Russia has now, as Aileen said, the market transformation, and the economy and the suppliers shifted from Europe to eastern and south countries of the world. So I will tell you about key industries like energy, transport, shipbuilding, chemical and oil and gas sector. And as all we know, the welding is a cross-industrial technology, and it used in all these sectors. And I will tell you about what equipment are needed now till 2030, what equipment we produce in Russia, and what we need from abroad. And we hope that we, together with you, will bring this equipment to the Russian market. It will support the Russian economy and sure will be very good for Indian producers to enter Russian market. And here you can see the Indian ambassador, Mr. Vinay Kumar in Russia, and especially he said this May that India and Russia now have $64 billion trade or turnover between our countries, and the task of our chiefs of the countries that the turnover to 2030 should be 100 billion of dollars. And I hope that together with you, we will help our political guys to achieve this really promising task. And key categories that now I imported from India to Russia: pharmaceuticals, then tea, spices and agri, then chemical and polymers, machinery equipment and welding equipment. As you can see, it's fastest growing sectors now, and welding and equipment and consumables, and also personal protective equipment from India are growing by 5% year-on-year growth. So you see the positive dynamics, and we hope that with our shows, with Weldex, we also help to achieve this task. And industrial goods forecast are growing for 2025 is about 20-25% as well. So it's really a good time now to come to Russia. And why it's relevant for welding, all this industrial growing, that you can see here that a lot of projects are developed now in Russia. It's different pipelines, ship fleets, metro lines. Only in Moscow every year they open about 5 new metro stations, bridges, LNG plants, and chemical complexes. And welding is really critical for these industries. We all know that welding used in all these sectors. And what is in demand now? It's automated and robotic welding, specialized welding for stainless, duplex, and titanium, advanced personal protective equipment with higher protection standards. And Indian suppliers have all this. About Russian welding market. It's now a high demand in MMA, MIG, MAG, TIG, and automation and robotic stations. And from consumables, Russia needs solid copper-coated wire, its main volume, flux cord wire, special stainless duplex wire, and electrodes. Personal protective equipment, another point in welding industry, is growing plus 18% in 2024 and continue to grow also in 2025. And as you can see here also that Russia still depends on import goods, and for specialized welding, 69% are imported. From consumables, about till 15-20%. And all premium personal protective equipment is mostly imported. So let's continue with key projects. As I told you, a lot of projects in different sectors like oil and gas and energy. It's a lot of pipelines building now, like, for example, the Russian company Rosneft make now the project Vostok Oil. It's a massive Arctic oil fields development. And then there they built 4,000 kilometers of pipelines and new Arctic ports. And also on all Russian news, we see every day how many Arctic fields now developed. And it's now really a very large development project of oil and gas industry. And investment is now $125 million. And also we have now LNG terminals in the north of Russia. They built by Novatek and Gazprom. It's in Murmansk and Kamchatka. It's in north and far east of Russia. And also in Moscow, around Moscow, we modernize now TPP and CHP plant. And here on the slide, you can see that what equipment we need from welding equipment we need for this project. And Indian opportunity here is orbital welding equipment and special electrodes for low temperature applications. As you can see, in Arctic, Murmansk is north and south east of Russia. It's really cold temperatures. So India has all this. Key project in shipbuilding and marine is now icebreakers as well. So also welding equipment for cold temperatures and also mobile portable automation units, orbital TIG, WAMM systems for marine components repair. And these LNG products they built by Zvezda plant. So welcome to these projects. And chemical and petrochemical, as Russia also has a lot of oil and gas, but that's why a lot of petrochemical plants. And the huge Russian company in this field is Sibur. And they built now near 800 kilometers from Moscow in Tatarstan region, Nizhnekamsk ethylene plant. And also investment in this project is $437 million. And they need to build there also a lot of welding equipment. And Indian opportunity here as well, orbital TIG and plasma equipment for exotic alloys, because it's chemical and petrochemical, so they need resistant steel, and also different wires, especially for chemical and petrochemical industry. As I told you, a lot of infrastructure projects in Russia where we need welding equipment, like the program Infrastructure for Life in 2025. It means that 500 bridges in Russia will modernize or build this year, and 42,000 liner meters will be reconstructed. Here you can see the deputy chairman of the Russian Federation responsible for construction and infrastructure, Marat Husnulin, and his CITAD, and a lot of infrastructure products or programs also need welding equipment, and not only welding, but also plasma cutting, and there's metal cutting, and also weather resistant equipment, so to maintain all these bridges in different parts of Russia with different temperatures. Russia has also a lot of mining plants and heavy machinery, and here you can see the mining projects in Russia, like Norilsk nickel, Polis, it's a gold deposit, Eurasia, it's metallurgical upgrades, and especially they need WAMM-based repair systems, MIG-MAG equipment, and also personal protective equipment because it's mining, and respiratory protection is very used here. So in the conclusion, you can see on the slides, and we will share with you as well the presentation, what welding equipment, consumables, and personal protective equipment have now most highest potential. It's orbital welding machines, multi-process inverters, diesel welding genset, WAM additive stations, and submerged arc welding for large dia pipes. In consumables and its different duplex and stainless wires, nickel alloy wires and electrodes, low hydrogen electrodes, and fluxes for CAW special steels. And in personal protective equipment and helmets, jackets and trousers, high heat resistant gloves, and systems for filters. And as I told you before on previous slides, the most demand, about 65% in the welding equipment, consumables about 20%, and personal protective equipment, most of the intelligent one imported. So you have the potential in these sectors here. And a little bit about how to work in Russia. So this company cannot just supply the equipment or personal protective or consumables without any certification. Before to start working with Russia, your equipment should be certified by GOST. GOST is a Russian certification system that we can use this equipment in the industry, and for oil and gas companies, it also should be NAC certificate. And all these procedures will take about from 4 to 12 weeks for certification. So if you plan to supply something to Russia, then you need to have first this one. And it's all in Russian, that's why it's have some difficulties, and better to find a real partner first. And it means distributors or dealers or partners who can help you with this and also present your equipment in Russia, speak Russian language, because in Russia not everybody speaks English. And for example, if you plan to go to a show, to an exhibition, visit or exhibit, you have to have a translator now or use your smartphone for it, because Russian on the stands, they will not only some of them will speak English. Better to have a translator. And if you're looking for a distributor, you can he can help you with certification, with customs service, and also B2B sales. And the best way to find a distributor to come to visit or to exhibit on a show, on specialized show, like for example our show Weldex. And on Weldex, we present all the key welding trends in Russia as the only one and biggest show here. It's a shift towards automation and robotics, demand for special alloy welding, rising importance for personal protective equipment, integration of additive welding technologies, and also it's now we see now the trade partnership focus on India as alternative to China and EU countries. I will tell only short about Weldex. Ruben will continue with all the figures and participation conditions. So what is Weldex? Weldex will be already for the 24th time in Russia. We have 170 exhibitors, about 7,000 visitors. The show is held every October in Moscow, in Crocus Expo. And in Russia, the situation is so that the industry and economy is very centralized. So all the biggest events are only in Moscow. We have some other events in the regions of Russia, but it will be only distributors of big companies with the headquarters in Moscow. So if you want to go to a show to Russia in all the sectors, you should choose Moscow show. And statistics from last year, you can see here that we don't only have the exhibitors and visitors, but also conferences, about 13 conferences every year. And also not only Russia and India, China, for example, we have 19 countries of visitors. It's all CIS countries or ex-Soviet Union countries. Like we have a lot of visitors also from Belarus, from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Georgia, Armenia. So because in these countries there is no professional exhibitions at all. They all come to Moscow, and we can say here that not only Russia, but ex-Soviet countries also presented as visitors on the show, and even some exhibitors, especially from Belarus, Kazakhstan, and Uzbekistan, where the industry also developed, they also participate in the show. So we had last year 7 exhibiting countries and show exhibitors from India as well. Here you can see the sectors of Weldex. It's not only welding equipment, it's also corrosion protection, welding tools, robotics, personal protective equipment, control of welding joints. And we added last year already additive technologies and have the large exposition on this, and especially for metal additive technologies. And also we have the sector with additive technologies and 3D printing this year, and a conference about it. And the show supported almost all sectors, supported with also had support of professional association, like we have support of Moscow Chief Welders Association, Additive Technologies Association for consumables like wires, and we have the support of Aluminum Association of Russia. We have support of Personal Protective Equipment Association of Russia. So for the Indian Association, it could be also a good chance to come to Moscow, and we can organize the meetings with all these Russian associations that you also cooperate with them. So why participate in Weldex? Like I told, Ruben will told you more about it, but sure, like meet potential distributors, launch Indian brands in Russia, demonstrate your equipment live. It's unique for the show that only on Weldex it's allowed to weld. And it's a really good attraction for visitors. They come and see real welding on site, not on the plant, but in the exhibition hall, and it's the most attractive part of the show. And sure, many successful Indian-Russia partnerships started here on Weldex. So now I would like to give the presentation to Ruben. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I will answer them at the end of our meeting.
All right, thank you for the thoughtful and comprehensive insight on the industry's demands, trends, and project opportunities, Ms. Medvedeva. Before Mr. Ruben D'Souza starts his presentation, it is my privilege to welcome Mr. Pankaj Jain, the chairman of AWPM, to deliver his welcoming remarks. Sir, can you please start your speech? Hello, Mr. Pankaj Jain.
He's here. I think
It
just
looks
having some issue.
I he might be facing the issue of, you can say, unmuting himself. So if your team can help him unmuting himself, and so that he can give
He,
the this welcome address to the participants.
Sir, you are on mute.
your screen is visible, sir.
Okay, let's go ahead and check your technical issue on the background. For the meantime, I'd like to welcome our next speaker, Mr. Ruben D'Souza, and he is the International Sales Manager of Weldex, and he will discuss the benefits and building networks at Weldex. Mr. D'Souza, would you like me to share the screen for you?
Yes, please. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. All right, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, you can
Perfect.
proceed. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Natalia, for your presentation. And again, thank you everyone for joining. Good afternoon. My name is Ruben D'Souza. I represent the IT group as the Global Sales Manager for Weldex. So basically today, I'm just going to stress on the opportunities for India in the welding sector, especially in Russia. So moving on to my next slide, Natalia has already covered most of the Eileen, can you move on to the next slide, please? Yeah. So Natalia's covered most of these sectors. Now, I'll just stress upon the GDP. Russian GDP as per date, as per 2025, is valued at 2 trillion US dollars. Okay, so it is above average. It is above average in terms of global standards. So again, this just tells us there's a lot of progress happening within the country. We're looking at a lot of investments in certain sectors, like, talking about seaports, you're talking about railway lines, you're talking about logistical routes, uh, airports being, they were being developed. So all of these sectors, all of these sectors do require welding. Welding is key. So that's one of the reasons there's a lot of market available and a lot of opportunities available for the Indian companies to come in right now, because there's a big market gap there. And right now, to be honest with you all, since the present scenario with all China is only the main player, but again, the Russian clients, as per my experience, they are looking for a lot of Indian companies to come in or come on board.
Hello.
Uh, Hi, Mr. Raman.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes. Oh, I just called you to join that webinar which we had circulated.
So I believe
Could
you're
you
on
see it?
call.
It is started already at 12:30. Okay. It is regarding the Weldex exhibition which is held every October in
I think
Russia,
Mr.
Moscow.
Villas is
Yeah, I believe
talking.
he's
Let me
talking. Yeah.
mute him. Okay. Mr. Raman, we're going to attend to you later on after Mr. Ruben D'Souza's presentation. Thank you. Please go ahead, Mr. D'Souza.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So as I was saying, again, there's a lot of investments being made in the country, and that's one of the reasons there's a big market. There's a big market gap, and it's the right time for Indian companies to come in and take up the opportunity. Now, moving on to my next slide, I'm just going to focus as to why Weldex and why our show. So, when you talk about Weldex, first of all, we are the biggest show in the country when it comes to welding equipments. Okay, we do not only focus on one area of Russia, that is Moscow. We cover all the 40 regions around the country. So again, when we talk about covering all the regions, we have suppliers, retailers, buyers from all these different sectors coming to our event because that's what we focus on. Now, again, at our event, it is going to be beneficial for you. You will understand the different market trends, the different business styles of people over there. You'll understand how Russians do business. You'll understand what their mentality is, and again, it's very important for you to be present over there and to understand all these market insights. Another very important thing that we help our clients is we always focus on product specific visitors for all of our clients. Now, for example, if we have a client who's only into protective glove manufacturing, we make sure that we have clients coming all around the place looking for these gloves at our venue, at our event. So again, it's quite crucial. It's quite important that we have these what do you say, pure leads, pure like good visitors for our shows. It's very important for our clients. So again, at the end of the day, your success is our success. So moving on to the next slide is just going to give you an idea of what our previous participation, Indian participation was at the 2024 Weldex. Again, as you can see, there were such great, brilliant stands over there put up by our partners. Uh, Again, the participation was quite strong, and we want to keep the momentum going on for 2025 and 2026. And to give you an idea, we've got a good participation this time for 2025 from the Indian companies. And I think if you can move on to the next slide. So again, we're trying to make this easier for our partners as well. We want you all to join. We want to make it easier for you all to join. So again, for 2026, we have special prizes coming up.
Welding product manufacturers in India. And today, India is at the crux of the geopolitical situation where India is growing magnificently. It is getting the strongest growth in the world today. We just finished a quarter which is 7.8% growth of GDP. It's a very strong economy, and we thank Weldex to partner with us, for bringing this friendship of Russia and India, which of course has been tested, over the last 50 years and has been very, very strong. And, you know, right from the time I think Raj Kapoor had won the hearts in Russia through his movies, and I think there's a lot of cultural connect. And there have been people to people exchanges over the years, and this friendship has been tested over time. And in the current situation also, we see the leadership of both India and Russia uh, going together in spite of all the odds in the geopolitical situation. And this is a win-win situation if you see from both the industry perspective, from both the people's perspective. And we can further strengthen it further through welding, which is also about joining. So we should come together and have exchanges both ways, both for import and export. We would also be welcoming, like our Prime Minister is looking at Make in India, and today people from all over the world are coming to India to manufacture. We also invite Russian entrepreneurs to come to India and start manufacturing in India. And of course, the Indian manufacturing of welding has also seen a lot of strides. And today We are perhaps one of the largest players for the raw materials, which have been processed. Of course, some of these raw materials find, in India from the CIS countries, but then the final products, are coming from India and it is going all over the world. So there, a lot of synergies can happen from the raw material suppliers and the value addition which is being done in India. And similarly, for the finished products, our members, they can, they we have the complete ecosystem here, right from the, raw materials, the equipment, the welding electrodes, the welding wires. So we have a complete ecosystem, brazing alloys, and so on and so forth. So I'm sure for all the CIS countries, not just Russia, which, as I understand, find stage on the Weldex, it could be a win-win situation for our members also when they go and exhibit. So we will definitely try to endeavor to see that we can come there, as a combined force from AWPM and explore new markets, explore new relationships, and we can take this, first interaction forward. And I'm sure it will be a win-win situation for all the stakeholders, both on the Russian side, Weldex, and also on the Indian side. And we look forward to more interactions, more engagements, so that this initiative can go to the next level. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I am again sorry for all the technical problems in joining and not coming on time.
No worries, Mr. Pankaj. Jane, thank you so much for your time as well and for that meaningful and encouraging address. And of course, for setting the stage for today's important discussion. Now, we are just halfway through, and I hope you are finding the information useful so far. If you have any questions, keep them posted in the chat, and we will address them during Q&A. Now, our next speaker, I'd like to welcome from a prominent Indian manufacturer and exporter who has been exhibiting at Weldex for 3 years. Let's all welcome Mr. Shubham Suryavanshi from Stanvec International, who will share their experience at Weldex. Sir, you may proceed.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Bunga, sir. So I will share my screen right now. Just allow me a moment. Okay. I'm working as an export manager in Stanvec International Limited. We are based company in Gurgaon, India, and this is we are a biggest manufacturer welding consumable like electrode and the wire in India, and we are already doing so much work in other country, and Russia is our biggest market. That's why we are joining the this Weldex exhibition every year. We want to go further as well. We always get good lead from there, and the Weldex team is very helpful for on every step, which is really great, and we are really happy the outcome from this exhibition. So this slide is mostly technically, so there's no point to share with you these data. And these are just our some equipment and our product which we use, which we manufacture here in our India, and we export in different country. So I hope we will get a good lead again from next month from Weldex. And yes, that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shubham, for that brief introduction and your sharing of experience at Weldex. Now, I'd like to call on our next speaker. She is Ms. Mani Givorian from Visa Russian, and she is going to share with us and discuss about the visa processing and travel arrangement from India to Russia. I am going to share my screen for her as well. Mani, are you here?
Yes, Eileen, thank you very much. Yes, I
Thank
do hear
you.
you.
Thank you.
Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see you.
Mhm. So, good afternoon, dear webinar participants. We're glad to welcome you at our presentation. My name is Mana Gevargyan, and I represent Travel Mart Company. Today, I'm going to tell you about our department, Visa Russian, which specifically specialize in helping with visa documents, and about our range of services for obtaining an organization business trips. In a nutshell, I would like to mention that the Visa Russian has been operating the business tourist market for over 50 years, providing high quality service to corporate and private clients. We offer a wide range of services, including ticket and hotel booking, conference organization, and visa support. Our main focus is assisting foreign citizens in obtaining visas to visit Russia, which is supported by our knowledge of Russian legislation, international agreements, and wide experience in preparing documents for invitations. Next slide, please. So let's move to the most important point. It's the list of documents for obtaining a visa for Indian citizens. So, as you might know, citizens of India can visit exhibitions both on the basis of and tourist invitation and on the basis of business invitation. Regarding business invitation, a foreigner must contact us 3 months in advance to obtain a business invitation. Since the Ministry of International Affairs considers the application within 1 month, if the Ministry of Internal Affairs agrees on everything, we send him all the prepared documents, and then he applies to the consulate for the visa itself. The terms of processing business visa at the consulate with will take another additional month. That's why it's better to contact us 3 months before. So a foreigner can obtain a business invitation through our company. Then the list of necessary documents will be as follow: company name, legal address, position of the foreigner in company, duration of visit, and passport. The cost will be 20,000 rubles or $210, plus the cost of accommodation. Reservation is required. The price depends on the number of days at the hotel, plus also medical insurance from 1,100 rubles or $130. Or if he does not want to apply through our company, he can do it through other company or through his company. We can also help with accreditation if it's necessary, and with the full process of processing all documents. The list of necessary documents will be the same, but there will be added the need for the presence of the general director of the inviting company at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. And in this case, the cost of the invitation will be 12,000 rubles or $125, plus the invitation cost for accreditation if it's necessary. Um, Next slide, please. As I said before, also citizens of India can enter the Russia also of the basis of tourist invitation. Also, they can participate at the exhibition like Weldex in the basis of tourist one as well. So it's faster and easier to obtain tourist one than the business one. The consulate usually requires passport, completed application form, also hotel reservation is necessary, photo, medical insurance, and invitation itself. The process of issuing invitation includes the following steps. The foreigner provides the exact dates of the visit, passport scan, as well as the information about the hotel reservation, like rating, the need of the breakfast, number of rooms, and so on. After agreeing all details with the client, we send a link for payment. After receiving confirmation of payment, within like 1-2 working days, the client receives all documents by mail, which should be printed and submitted to the Russian consulate in India. Next slide, please. We know how important it is to ensure a comfortable and safe travel experience, and we are ready to take care of all customers' concerns, offering them the following steps, which is this accommodation booking. We make a hotel reservation from 3 all over Russia, as per clients requires for the specific dates. In addition, the Russian consulate in Pakistan requires a check confirmation. Sorry, in the Indian. There also requires a check of confirmation prepayment for the hotel. Due to the necessity of providing this document, we make hotel reservation with immediate payment directly. Next slide, please. We also can help with transport and transfer services, providing for booking and selling airline tickets with Russia and international destinations, as well as rolling tickets throughout Russia. Also, transfer services in cars of different classes from economy to VIP according to the individual needs of the client. Next slide, please. And of course, excursions catering, organization of excursions programs in accordance with the customer's requirements. Also, complete catering solutions for events of any size, accurate fulfillment of deadlines, and individual approach to each client. Next slide, please. I'm sure that you might have questions about the methods of payment for our services, given the situation involved in our country, right? At the moment, we offer the payment method by possibility to pay by international bank card using wire link. The invoice is issued in US dollars, but converted to dirhams upon payment. Of course, if our clients from India have possibility to pay with not only international cards, we also, of course, it will be much more easier to pay with Russian cards by any chance if there's a possibility. But as I said, there's no problem to pay with also international cards. It's okay. Next slide, please. In conclusion, I would like to thank you for attention and express my hope for successful cooperation. We are confident that with our help, the process of obtaining a visa will be becoming simple and convenient for you. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Gafarian, for that detailed presentation on what TravelMart can offer to help Indian nationals and companies in traveling from India to Russia. Now, this time, I would like to welcome Mr. Rakesh Mishra. He's the CEO of Y&H Cargo, who will discuss the ways to transport products and goods from India to Russia. Sir, I believe you can share your screen. Mr. Rakesh?
Hi, Alian. I am very thankful to IT Group and especially to Natalia. They give us this opportunity to participate this fair. As you know well about the all product and about the good and services, there is logistics is very important of the whole products because you know the logistics is backbone of our economy. So is the whole subjectively logistic is very important. How we can sell the goods, how we can supply the goods to the Russia. I'm not talking about to the Russia only for the CIS country and Belarus. This is the very important for our time sectors. So we are providing this logistics facility to our customers. So we can have a brief introduction. If you can slide to share our screen, so I can be a brief introduction about there. Alien, you have the screen, or should I share?
I can share it for you, Mr. Rakesh. Let me go ahead
Please.
and share it from my end instead.
Yeah, please.
Sure.
So this is our company. We are established 2011 in India, and we are the number of employees more than 100 staff, and there are 60% the staff over the experience with the 15 years. And our head office in New Delhi, and we have the branch office of the multiple location in India. So we have to cover all over the India ports. So Windex is a very trusted company with the MPO member, and we have the license under for the FMC. So you can trust our company as a trustable partner in India. Please, next screen. And why we are the special for this service? Because we had the very special for our service to the Russia sector. Because see, there is a lot of multiple subjective with the Russian trade land. Because see, there is some of the SOC container or COC container. Because some of the agent in Russia, they don't have their own equipment. So we have to provide the service to our customer in the SOC and COC terms. So we are very specialized for this sector and for this experience. And we have the refer container also, and we can handle the hazardous goods from India to Russia. And we have very specialized for the custom service also, because see, some of the sanctioned good and non-sanctioned goods, there is some barrier of the Russian trade land. So we have to minimize and maximize of this cost and to be into the customs. So that is a very important to understand according to the products. And second part, sometime we have to sell the goods from India to Russia, and the suppliers have some problem sometime in the custom. So we can provide the CFS and warehouse facility to our customer to minimize their cost. That is very important. So this is the very keen subjective question for this warehouse facility into the Moscow, either the Petersburg, either the Klingard, either the Ekaterinburg. There is a lot of place, whereas a lot of factory has to be supplying over the goods. So this is very important to be understand every company, every exporters. So can you slide for the next screen? And this is our the service for the project and service, and why we are the specialized for this service. So you can be understand for the trucking service, we have for the online 24 hours into 7 services. So you can be have to go through our website and to be marked about their service. You can check about your cargo tracking and everything with the online. And you can check everything about our 24 into service. So they are very promote service with the customer service. And you can think about over the heads about the following containers, about the air service like LCL, FCL, break bulk cargo. Every project we can be handled over the heads. Slide to next screen. And we can handle this type of goods like have to be perishable, capital good, project cargo, motor vehicle, raw materials, and also